Hi, my name is Mike Mayo, and today I'm just going to demonstrate for you the Image Filters package, which is a package you can download for Weka using the package manager. And what the Image Filters package does is let you convert images into features so that you can run image classification experiments. And then you can do exciting things like face recognition, scene recognition, and maybe even object detection. So what I'll do is just go over what the Image Filters package does in this lesson and give a quick demo. So what is an image feature? Basically it's a measurement concerning an image. So in this example there's a couple of images. One is a sunflower, one is a tree, and the measurements that we're taking from the image are to do with things like such as color and brightness and shape. So both of those images vary quite a bit in terms of those four different measurements. And once we calculate those measurements, we can put them together into a feature vector, and then we can use Weka's standard machine learning algorithms to do some image experiments and see if we can classify different types of images. So the first thing you need to do when you want to run an image classification experiment is get a whole lot of images. For the image filters to work, they all need to be in one directory. So here I've got an example of a data set. It's basically a collection of monarch butterfly images and owl images, and we can see that they're pretty easy to distinguish. Monarch butterflies are mostly orange and black, owls are mostly white. So once you have your directory of images, you need to create an ARF file, and the ARF file is just like the normal ARF files you've been using so far. The only difference is that it only contains two attributes, and one of them is a string. Okay, so the first attribute, which is the string, has to contain the file names of the images, and the second attribute contains the class. So here on the left I've got an example of such a data set, and you can see that it's pretty straightforward. There's the two attributes are there. The first one is the file name, the second one is the class. And when we apply the filters, all the filters are going to do is add further attributes to the data set, and in all cases they're numeric attributes. And so the example on the right shows a very simple filter that adds 3 numeric values to the data set. Now I've got Weka open, and I've opened that ARF file to have a look at. You can see that there's two attributes here, the file name, which is a string, so there's no useful information about it here, and the class, which is a nominal attribute, which is shown here. You can see that the two labels, and you can see that there's two classes, and they're both sort of equal frequency. So there's 50 examples of each in this data set. I now want to apply the filter, and if you've installed the image filters package, then all the filters should be available under unsupervised instance image filter. Okay, so if you've got installed the package correctly, you should have this directory here, which you can then open to get all of these filters. So all you do is select one, so I'm going to choose the color layout filter, and there's a -D option here. That simply refers to the directory that contains all the images. So I'm going to put the image directory in here, and once I've done that, I can now apply the filter, and it'll go away and process all the images. So Weka is reading in all those images and extracting all the features, and after a few moments it's done. We can see that there's a whole lot of additional features that have been added to the data set, and they're all numeric. If you go down here, we can see that there's 33 in total, and the class label is still there. So in order to run a classification experiment, well, after running the filter, the first thing we have to do is remove the file name attribute, because that's a string and that'll cause problems for many different classifiers. So I'm going to remove it. I can then switch over to the classify tab. I can open that, and I can find a classifier. So I'll use J48 just for fun. click Start, and then we can see that Weka correctly classified all those images 90% of the time. So that's pretty good accuracy. It is possible to apply more than one filter in sequence to your images. If you want to do that, all you need to do is repeatedly apply different filters to the dataset. So I'll give you a quick example of that. I'll click Undo just to get the file name attribute back, because Weka needs to know what the file names are. I'll then choose a different filter. So for this example, I'll choose the edge histogram as the second set of features. Again, I just set the directory. I click Apply, and we wait to see what happens. Okay, the features are there now. We can see that they've got a different name. These are edge histogram features. If we scroll down, we can see there's a lot of them, 80 in total, and they've been inserted before the color layout features. So the old color layout features are still there. The class is still at the end, but we have a lot more features this time. So again, I'll remove the file name attribute, switch to classify, run exactly the same experiment again, and this time, interestingly, Weka does slightly less, so it gets 88% this time compared to 90% last time, and that means that adding those additional edge histogram features has in fact decreased the accuracy a little bit. And that probably makes sense if you think about it, because clearly the main differentiating feature between these two classes, Monarch Butterfly and Owl, is color. Okay, so the size and direction of edges probably doesn't provide that much information. So clearly, in this case only, the edge features haven't been very useful. And that's a quick rundown of the image filters package. I've put a summary of the steps there. If you want to try that package out and do some experiments with your own images, it's really straightforward to use, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided that the Nobel Peace Prize for 2011 is to be divided in 3 equal parts between Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Leymah Gbowee, and Tawakkol Karman for their non-violent struggle for the safety of women and for women's rights to full participation in peace-building work.
Para que a gente consiga melhorar a qualidade das nossas páginas e do nosso site, a gente sempre ouve falar, e eu mesmo falo isso para algumas pessoas, meus alunos, que a gente precisa melhorar o nosso conteúdo. A gente precisa cada vez mais qualificar o conteúdo da nossa página. E hoje a gente tem muita opção para poder fazer isso. E algumas pessoas sempre me perguntam, Rodrigo, o que eu preciso fazer para melhorar esse conteúdo, para melhorar o meu site, para que fique mais agradável para a pessoa ler? E aí tem algumas dicas. Hoje a gente tem uma infinidade de opções, mas tem algumas dicas bem simples, que são muito banais, que o Google adora e você ajuda cada vez mais o Google a ler o seu conteúdo. E aí, primeira coisa delas são as page headers, aquele H1, H2, H3, o que aquilo representa para o Google? Minha página fala, por exemplo, sobre carro, e vai falar sobre Fiat, vai falar sobre carro utilitário. E dentro disso o Google consegue entender melhor o seu conteúdo. O grande mestre Steve Krug, ele fala que a gente precisa transformar a nossa página em um grande outdoor. Por quê? Quando você bate o olho no outdoor, você já identifica de cara o que fala aquele outdoor, qual propaganda, qual empresa tá ali. E aí, nós como internautas, nós também fazemos um escaneamento nessa página. Com isso, o que você consegue? Você elimina os usuários com péssima qualidade, o que não é o público-alvo, e qualifica os seus usuários da sua página. Basicamente, quando você estrutura o seu conteúdo, você ajuda o Google e o seu próprio usuário. O que você tem? A satisfação do usuário. É isso que o Google quer sempre, como a gente sempre fala. Um outro ponto muito legal são as imagens. Isso é meio batido e tal, mas funciona muito bem. O Google quer que quanto mais você melhore o seu conteúdo, qualifique o seu conteúdo, mais você consegue a satisfação do seu usuário. Então, se você conseguir misturar o texto com imagens e também com vídeos, o Google vai amar isso. Texto, vídeo e imagem, o Google ama esse tipo de mistura e ele consegue identificar se aquele determinado vídeo, imagem e texto estão falando sobre a mesma coisa. E se tiver, e os seus usuários também vão passar mais tempo na sua página porque vão assistir o vídeo, você vai ganhar um CTR muito grande, você vai ganhar tempo de que as pessoas fiquem no seu site, na sua página. E isso você consegue, claro, aumentar o seu ranking. Bom, basicamente, se você tiver essas 4 dicas, estruturar sua página com page header, imagem, vídeo e principalmente também essa junção de posts, você vai com certeza obter melhores posicionamentos no Google simplesmente por fazer isso. Bom, espero que você tenha gostado. Até a próxima.
Your investment in marketing automation is awesome, but with it comes 2 big realities. Number 1, most businesses are grossly underutilizing this investment. Yeah, there's training, and you do the best with the resources you have, but no matter how great your race car, you gotta get out of second gear to win. Number 2, things are never as easy as they look. The devil's always in the details. This is where Room 214 comes in. Many can tell you how it all fits together, but we go deeper than that and do the stuff that most are still just talking about. For instance, we can get your mobile-friendly landing pages up and running, effectively tested and fully integrated with your marketing automation and Salesforce platform. And that's just the beginning. Find out how Room 214 can help you put your marketing automation into full gear. Contact us today.